Hi everybody, I haven't done a video in a long time. Today we're doing another cooking with Alex. So I decided to go on some low carb diet, and because of that I am mostly focusing on chicken breast and lots of veggies. So every meal that I'm eating, it's all some kind of stir-fry veggies with maybe some spices or some sauce and some chicken or egg. So I've got the protein and I got all the veggies, and I'm also starting to learn what kind of vegetables have more carbs than others, and I'm using ChatGPT to count all of this and to create my own recipe book. So while I'm going to cook today, I want to talk to you about opportunities, unexpected opportunities, and how things can change from one day to the other. Okay, so I came to the UK because I unexpectedly got a job offer out of really quickly, and I came here being very hopeful, and the job didn't go well, and that's my last cook with me video where I was talking about how unhappy I was about my job. So the job didn't go well, and now I'm looking for another one, and I feel like opportunities come out of nowhere. Like, for example, I just booked a flight ticket to go and visit my dad from today to tomorrow. So you never know what's going to happen. Yesterday, I joined a crochet group, and they were only grandmas, and that's fine because grandmas are really nice. But one of them actually took me to another group at her church that she attends, and it was amazing. I actually ended up meeting so many people and stayed out. I was planning on staying out for like 2 hours, but ended up staying out for 8 entire hours. All of my social battery ran out, and I was actually not complaining, but I was actually feeling kind of sad and quite down because there was no opportunities to socialize, and the opportunities to socialize came out of nowhere unexpectedly. So I think that's the beauty of life. Whatever happens, do not give up. So while I cut my veggies, I have a carrot, tomatoes, and also some chestnut mushrooms. So while I'm going to chop this up, I want to talk to you about something else. There's this book I read recently and that I recommend. It's called The Midnight Library. I don't know if you've read it, but at the beginning it starts with a very depressed person that wants to take her own life. And I was reading this book at the beginning, and that was the last thing I needed to read because I was sad myself, and I didn't want to hear about someone whose life was just like, there was no point in living, right? So I took a break from the book. I got myself some fries, which I really love. French fries are one of my favorite foods in the world, especially the ones made at home that are like fried in oil with love. So after eating that, I went back to the book. All I had to do was turn the page, and everything suddenly changed. The story changed, and the things like life for this girl started to change as well. By the end of that book, I felt so hopeful, and I really recommend it because it gives a view on life that's quite interesting, especially on opportunities and on difficult times. So that being said, I'm going to start chopping my veggies. Mushrooms, especially if you have this one, what I recommend is that you keep them quite big. Is cutting them in the middle and maybe in 3 other pieces. This way they are going to keep the texture. So when you eat them, they are quite chewy, not too soft, and these ones especially are quite good. They shrink, but they stay quite meaty. I have diced onion, frozen, and also homemade diced pepper. So I'm going to start with this. I'm going to use my oil spray and stir fry the onion and the pepper for a bit. It's now cooking, so I'm going to add the carrots and the tomatoes as well. And now we mix and then just cook for a while. Now for the spices, I'm going to add salt, pepper, dried basil, and also smoked paprika, and also my roasted chili flakes. It smells delicious already, and just for a bit of taste, I'm also going to add soy sauce, just a little bit. So good. I've made this last night, and I just think I've been dreaming about it all night long. That's how good it was. It looks quite good, right? You can see the tomatoes are quite soft, and so are the carrots. So now we can add our mushrooms. It looks like a lot, but they're gonna shrink very fast. You can see the mushrooms are almost as small as the tomatoes and the carrots. They are very small, they shrunk a lot. Alright, so I'm going to add a bit of water, bring the fire down and make a hole in the middle here, and crack an egg. Here it is, it's all cooked now, and I am just going to sprinkle some dry parsley on top for presentation, but also because I'm Romanian and Romanians eat a lot of parsley. Okay, that's about right. Honestly, how good does that look? I'm not going to put it in a plate because maybe with the egg it's going to turn upside down, but this is how it looks like, and it's beautiful. That's perfection. And bon appetit! You know, sometimes when you live alone, you don't want to wash 10,000 dishes, so sometimes you just end up eating out of a pan. It's so full of flavor. All the spices, all the veggies, the egg yolk. This really is perfection. Well, I'm going to enjoy my meal and then get back to work because I am preparing for a job interview and I have an assignment today. So I'll see you next time. Bye! And don't forget, never underestimate what tomorrow could bring, might bring, and probably is going to bring. So stay safe and have hope. Bye!